Biden classified docs scandal, watchdog files ethics complaint over White House counsel's office involvement. I literally cried, former Keystone XL workers still reeling 2 years after Biden axed pipeline. DOJ defending mask mandate on planes months after Biden said pandemic is over. Mitch McConnell selects Tom Tillis for a Senate Republican leadership spot. National Archives dismissed claims of mishandled Obama-Biden documents weeks before first batch was found.
This is breaking news.
I'm Erin Burnett in Washington.
Biden classified docs scandal, watchdog files ethics complaint over White House counsel's office involvement. The American public will not tolerate a two-tiered system of justice, PPT Director Mike Chamberlain told Fox News Digital. A government watchdog filed a federal complaint over the involvement of the White House counsel's office in President Biden's growing classified documents scandal. Fox News Digital has learned that government watchdog Protect the Public's Trust, PPT, filed their complaint with the U.S. Office of Government Ethics on Tuesday. The American public will not tolerate a two-tiered system of justice, with well-connected insiders subject to a lower standard of scrutiny than the normal citizen, PPT Director Mike Chamberlain said in a statement to Fox News Digital. President Biden promised the most ethical and transparent administration in history, Chamberlain said. If the White House compounded a scandal involving possible mishandling of classified documents by improperly using taxpayer resources for his personal benefit and putting White House attorneys in positions that created conflicts of interest, we could be witnessing a serious betrayal of the public's already plummeting trust. It also creates the specter of possible obstruction of a congressional investigation, depending on the legal basis for the intervention and any future privileges claimed by the White House on this escalating scandal, he added. In the complaint, which was first obtained by Fox News Digital, PPT alleged that taxpayer resources may have been inappropriately used by senior White House lawyers, including special counsel to the President Richard Sauber, to personally benefit Joe Biden. We further believe that the apparent representation of Mr. Biden by the White House counsel's office in this matter creates an untenable conflict of interest for that office, the complaint reads. The result, intended or not, could be to reduce transparency into the mishandling of state secrets and foreclose disclosure of communications between White House counsel staff while acting on behalf of Joe Biden in his capacity as a citizen facing the prospect of criminal prosecution, it continues. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan, Republican Ohio, weighed in on the complaint, asking why the president's special counsel was with Department of Justice, DOJ, officials gathering the classified documents. Why was White House special counsel Richard Sauber accompanying DOJ officials while they collected classified documents at the Biden residence? Jordan asked. Mr. Sauber's role raises serious concerns about the integrity of the Justice Department's investigation. The White House did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. The complaint comes as Biden weathers the growing scandal that saw the discovery of 2 batches of documents in the Penn Biden Center and the president's Wilmington, Delaware garage next to his Corvette. The White House has also been under fire for the lack of visitors' logs at the president's Delaware home. They told Fox News Digital on Monday that the logs do not exist. George Washington University, GWU, law professor Jonathan Turley says that President Joe Biden's lawyers are likely witnesses in a criminal investigation as the probe into Biden's handling of classified documents continues. I literally cried, former Keystone XL workers still reeling 2 years after Biden axed pipeline. It was numbing to hear President Biden had canceled Keystone XL pipeline, former worker on project tells Fox News Digital. Pipeline workers who had secured jobs on the Keystone XL project before President Biden revoked its federal permits said they are still struggling to recover 2 years later. The workers told Fox News Digital that they and their fellow workers lost their jobs on the pipeline after Biden's decision nearly 2 years ago in January 2021 and have since struggled to make ends meet. Immediately after taking office, Biden signed an executive order effectively shutting the project down, despite the thousands of jobs it was expected to create and arguing the U.S. must prioritize the development of a clean energy economy. I was going to be on the Keystone XL project, but none of those jobs went. It got cancelled, so I didn't see any of that work. Suzanne Walker, a pipeline welder who was hired to work the pipeline in North Dakota until Biden canceled its permits, told Fox News Digital. That was a job down the drain, and there really hasn't been much since. I know a lot of members went and have done different things now because the pipeline business, it's just gone basically, she continued. I know there are a few jobs out there, but we're trying to make it at home. I know a lot of people who fell on hard times. Overall, the pipeline would have created between 16,149 and 59,468 construction jobs that would have lasted roughly 2 years and would have had a positive economic impact of between $3.4 to $9.6 billion, according to a congressionally mandated report issued by the Department of Energy in December. And the project's labor agreement signed in August 2020 promised the pipeline would create 42,000 American jobs and provide $2 billion in total wages. It did surprise us when it happened, Neil Crabtree, who worked on the pipeline in Nebraska as a foreman, told Fox News Digital in an interview. I was upset over it. I literally cried about it. I was a foreman on one of the compressor stations. We'd been there for 3 weeks. We were excited to start this project. You know, we have to work to keep our insurance hours going, we have to work to build our retirement, he added. And when you just spend a whole year, during the COVID-19 pandemic, not working, and then we think we got this huge project that's going to provide millions of man-hours for people in our industry, and then the rug is pulled out from under you, it was devastating. Crabtree said he and many of his fellow Keystone XL workers had heard Biden's campaign promise to shut the pipeline, but didn't think he would follow through given the billions of dollars that had been invested in it. The project had been slated to be completed early this year and transport an additional 830,000 barrels of crude oil from Canada to the U.S. through an existing pipeline network, according to its operator TC Energy. Lawmakers and energy industry representatives have argued the pipeline would have helped keep gas prices down and bolster U.S. energy security by increasing crude oil supplies being fed to Texas refineries. Advocates of the project had also pointed to the number of jobs it would have created. I know it impacts families firsthand because my husband is also a pipeline worker and we had to go from, work and making good money to now trying to make it, Walker added. From 2020 to now, we had saved some money, but with kids, money don't last forever. For the bills you have, it don't add up to what you're making. It definitely impacts people a lot. Walker and Crabtree also took aim at the Biden administration's arguments that their jobs would be replaced with green energy jobs and that the Keystone XL job losses meant less since they were temporary. Following its Keystone XL jobs report last month, for example, the DOE told Fox News Digital it concluded the pipeline cancellation had limited job impacts, with approximately 50 permanent jobs estimated to have been created were the pipeline operational. That one pipeline, it was our project for that year, Crabtree said. You're talking about a 10 or 11-month project. People saying that, well, it's just temporary, every